want to know, don't you? Why they keep coming here. To Earth.
Your world is dying. Do you seek redemption?
My maker, I do.
Hey YouTubers, happy Super Bowl weekend. So we got new Transformers, let's break it down. Gladiator robots fighting for the future of Cybertron and the Earth just feels so appropriate Super Bowl weekend. If you have no idea what's going on, don't worry, it's just like a Comic-Con style weekend when a whole bunch of trailers are dropping. So be sure to subscribe to get everything. I'll be doing a couple fun giveaways. And I'll remind everyone at the end of this which other big trailers have been confirmed and when they're coming. But you can kind of see, like as Optimus Prime is fighting Bumblebee here, they're sort of setting him up for his spin-off movie. There will be a Bumblebee standalone film in addition to all these saga Transformer films. So this just paints a little clearer picture that Optimus Prime is positioned as the villain in the same way that Dom is the villain of the Fast and the Furious movie that's going to be happening really soon too. But they released the synopsis and Michael Bay did this big interview about the crazy writer's room that they had about spinning the mythology out for this big film universe that they're doing, because there'll be this Bumblebee standoff film, then they'll be doing their saga films. So they basically had to re-engineer the Transformers mythology so that it would fit within this giant film universe. So they had everybody that had ever worked on Transformers come in and explain the mythology to them. So I'll just read the synopsis here. The last night shatters the core myths of the Transformers franchise. So they're talking about the movies, the toys, all the stuff that they've done so far. Redefines what it means to be a hero. Humans and Transformers are at war. Optimus Prime is gone, like you see him floating off in space in the trailer. The key to saving our future lies buried in the secrets of the past, in the hidden history of the Transformers on Earth. So that's where we see the Transformers during the time of King Arthur. We see this dragon Transformer flying around. Saving our world falls upon the shoulders of an unlikely alliance. Cade Yeager, who's Mark Wahlberg's character from the most recent film, Bumblebee, an English lord who's Anthony Hopkins' character, and an Oxford professor, that's Laura Haddock's character. There comes a moment in everyone's life when we are called upon to make a difference. In Transformers The Last Night, the hunted will become heroes, so they're talking a little bit about Megatron with his giant sword here. He actually looks really badass in this movie. The new character, this young girl here with the Squeaks robot, she's going to be stepping up, becoming a hero. And heroes will become villains, talking about Optimus Prime, poisoned by the Dark Energon. One world will survive, theirs or ours. So that just confirms that this planet is basically the remains of Cybertron from the previous film, not the last one. It was Transformers Dark of the Moon, where they basically teleported the remains of Cybertron into outer space and they were going to replace the Earth with that. So what they've done is, instead of like doing a completely different story for the sequel, is they sort of weave the mythology of all the films that have come so far and sort of recontextualized it. Optimus Prime at the end of the last movie went looking for the creators.
There are mysteries to the universe we were never meant to solve. But who we are and why we are here are not among them. Those answers we carry inside. I am Optimus Prime, and this message is to my creators. Leave planet Earth alone, 'cause I'm coming for you.
If you've been watching Transformers for a long time, they have a couple creator myths. And Primus is the original creator of the Transformers. He's like this multiversal being that exists inside the center of Cybertron. He's like this special computer that's sort of like webbed into everything that the Transformers are. So when Optimus Prime says that he's seeking redemption and you hear that female voice, he might be in the bowels of Cybertron. So when it sounds like they're playing with the core myths of the Transformers franchise, it sounds like they're playing with their creation myths. So Optimus Prime gets co-opted by the forces of Cybertron to try and renew their planet at the expense of the Earth. So it looks like some time has passed since the last film, and there's been all-out war between the Transformers and the humans. So in the time that Optimus Prime blasted off at the end of the last movie, things have just gone completely nuts. So I just love reading through Michael Bay's interview talking about how they brought in Transformers historians. Anything like Super Sentai or Power Rangers that have been around for a long time always has experts that rise up. So you can see like a bunch of Transformers professors sitting around a table talking about the mythology. It just sounds so cool. If you've heard of the Lucasfilm archives where they keep everything Star Wars, they made a version of that for the Transformers franchise, for all the big films, for all the stuff that they're going to be doing. So I wouldn't be surprised if there is like a giant resurgence of Transformers in pop culture. It's always been pretty popular, but typically what you see is you have like a bunch of young kids that get hooked on the new animated series going to see the movies. So let me know what you think of this so far. And the cool thing is they will be releasing a longer version of this on Sunday. So I'll do another video, there'll be a bunch of new footage. And let me know what you think about the new trend in movies with heroes going bad for good reasons that aren't totally explained. Like, you can see the reaction they're going for from the trailer. Like, they want you to freak out because Optimus Prime is trying to kill Bumblebee. He has the dark energon eyes. But clearly, he's still a good character, so they're not going to make him irredeemable. So it seems like in his failure, the forces of Cybertron give him a second chance, but in doing so, also turn him bad for a little while. It's like the classic Transformers film, where the defeated Megatron comes upon Unicron, gets a second chance, and becomes Galvatron. So it almost seems like this is a reverse version of that for Optimus Prime. So I'm going to have to spend some time this weekend rewatching the animated movie. It's been a while, then watching some of the live action movies. But get hype, Super Bowl's here. There's going to be a bunch of awesome trailers. This is just the beginning. There'll be some Guardians of the Galaxy. The other big trailers that are dropping are Pirates, which is another Paramount movie just like Transformers. There's more Fast and Furious, and then obviously Guardians of the Galaxy. So as those post, I will post new videos. So they might be dropping across the weekend. They might all drop on Sunday. I'll try to do as many of them as possible, and there will be Marvel giveaways when I post those Marvel videos. But there will be some new Star Wars Episode 8 later tonight. While you wait for that to post, you can click here to learn which Guardians have been confirmed for Infinity War, and you can click here for my Star Wars Episode 8 Snoke video. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Let's high five. I'll see you in the next video.